Over the last 12 months, Solana has blasted up the crypto charts, growing over 7,000% in 2021 alone. The question now is, can Solana become the #1 smart contract platform and dethrone Ethereum? Now, I think we can all agree that the current version of Solana is much faster and much cheaper than the current version of Ethereum. But the real test is how it compares to Ethereum 2.0. And so in this video, we'll be doing a side-by-side comparison comparing Solana with Ethereum 2.0 to see if there's a clear winner. Starting with the blockchain Trilemma, as there's 3 parts to a killer blockchain. A quick side-by-side comparison of the core stats. We'll take a look at the company's core objective, as this is where the two companies really differ. The biggest use case right now and how they both stack up. And then we have to talk about the Solana Crash, as the blockchain recently did go down. As always, if you do enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like, always appreciated. Okay, so when blockchains first launched, they needed to be able to meet 3 criteria: scale, decentralized, and secure. And this leads us on to the blockchain Trilemma. Ready? Let's do this. So there are 3 main parts that make up a good blockchain. We have scalability, decentralization, and security. And the Trilemma was all about the problem of being able to hit all 3. As developers found, you could get really strong in 2, but you'd always have trade-offs in the 3rd point. You could be very secure, very decentralized, but have problem scaling. You could be really secure, scale really fast, but then it wouldn't be that decentralized. And it all started with Bitcoin and proof of work. Bitcoin is very decentralized, it's ultra secure, but as we all know, it isn't that fast. Ethereum came next, again with proof of work, very decentralized, very secure, but has problem scaling. Now, this is where Solana would fit, as it's done everything it can to be the fastest blockchain. But then this does come with trade-offs in other parts. And with Ethereum 2.0, it's aiming to be a perfect blend of all 3. A quick side-by-side comparison. These are the guys heading it up. So we have Vitalik Buterin and Anatoly Yakovenko. They both utilize a proof-of-stake consensus mechanism. Ethereum 2.0 is aiming to go live at the end of this year, beginning of next, and Solana's mainnet went live February 2020, and they do class themselves still in beta. Headline transactions per second, we have 100,000 for Ethereum 2 and 65,000 for Solana, but these headline stats are a bit misleading. So Ethereum 2.0 probably won't have 100,000 at launch, but this is what the network is going to be capable of. But it still will need to implement further improvements like sharding, and with Solana, it only says 65,000, but this is due to current hardware constraints. But it's really relying on Moore's law and Wright's law, and that technology output is going to be doubling and costs is going to be halving, and they're aiming to get up to 1 million transactions per second. So think of Solana as the Usain Bolt of blockchains. They're doing everything they can to maximize speed. When it comes to the tokens, Ethereum has an unlimited supply and Solana has a 500 million fixed supply. But again, on paper, these can be misleading. You see, Ethereum's inflation rate is only about 1.5%. where Solana is around 7 to 8%. And when 2.0 goes live, Ethereum's inflation is going to be relatively flat, if not slightly negative. And Solana over the years are trying to get down to an inflation rate of about 1.5%. And there are currently about 8,000 nodes that power the Ethereum network, versus 1,000 nodes for Solana. So you can see Ethereum is more decentralized, and this is why it's slower than Solana. Because there are a lot more computers that have to agree on the next block. This is why less computers is more centralized, but it's also a lot faster. When it comes to the core objective of the founders, this is where we can see a distinct difference. Solana's goal was to maximize throughput. Its target was to be as fast as the Nasdaq stock exchange, which can do over 1 million transactions per second. Think of Solana as the Usain Bolt of blockchains, but remember the trilemma. It means it does have to sacrifice in other areas, which is why Solana recently went down, and Ethereum so far has never crashed. Now, when possible, I always think it's best to go directly to source. So here is Anatoly Yakovenko explaining Solana's core objective.
But again, who we set our sights on was Nasdaq, which I believe their message rates are like 0.15, something like that.
Got it.
The use case that they picked is store value money as the primary thing. They will not compromise on that. Right? Solana picked information flow as the primary use case, and we are not going to compromise on that. And reality is, might meet somewhere in the middle, right? But maybe, maybe it's possible that, 1 billion people coordinating on Solana will capture the exact same properties of store value as done with, mining and proof of work, or this 100,000 chicken approach.
Got it.
Now, with Ethereum, the core objective is not so straightforward. There's a big difference between what people say Ethereum is and what Ethereum actually is. Let me explain. Humans being humans, we like to force narratives onto things. There's a group of Ethereum fans that say Ethereum is ultrasound money. Cathie Wood recently said Ethereum could be a currency, and even Anatoly just said that Ethereum's going for store of value money. But let me show you why I think this is not what Ethereum is about. Ethereum is just a platform. Think of it like Lego blocks that you can build many different things on. Can you build ultrasound money? Yes. Can it be a currency? Yes. Could it be a store of value? Yes. But it can also be lots of other things. And as Vitalik said, probably some of the best use cases for Ethereum have not yet been invented. Okay, let's now take a look at one of the biggest use cases for both platforms right now and how they stack up. So let's take a look at one of the big use cases right now, which is decentralized finance. And we can see the total value locked right now. Ethereum has 124 billion, Solana's sitting just under 10 billion. Solana has recently dropped about 10%, and this is probably due to the downtime that it's recently suffered. And you can see Ethereum has over 10 times more locked away than Solana. And this is a visual representation, purple being Ethereum, green being Binance, and Solana's probably this red one here. And we also have to add on the layer 2s. So Polygon obviously is running on Ethereum as well, so add another 5 billion onto this. So just for context, this is one of the biggest use cases for both protocols right now. So this week, and very timely for this video, the Solana blockchain did in fact go offline. There was also an attack on the Ethereum network, which was unsuccessful. Obviously, this is not good PR for Solana, and it does highlight that when you optimize solely for speed, then you do have trade-offs in security and decentralization. So here is what happened. Solana has been down for more than 12 hours. So the Solana mainnet encountered a large increase in transaction load, which peaked at 400,000 transactions per second. These transactions flooded the transaction processing queue, and a lack of prioritization of network critical messaging caused the network to start forking. So one hidden bonus here is the fact that Solana managed to do up to 400,000 transactions per second. But obviously going down for 12 hours is not good. This is Gavin Wood, who is the founder of Polkadot, and he hopped onto Twitter to say, "Events of today in crypto just go to show that genuine decentralization and well-designed security make far more of a valuable proposition than some big TPS numbers, coming from an exclusive and closed set of servers. If you can't run a full node yourself, then it's just another bank." When it comes to blockchains, there are three parts to the equation: speed, security, and decentralization. Solana's focus above all else has been speed, and it targets speed comparable to the Nasdaq Stock Exchange of 1 million transactions per second, but this does come with trade-offs in other areas. Ethereum 2.0 aims to be a powerful blend of all three: speed, security, and decentralized. I can't talk about average transaction cost as we don't yet have that data, but I can assume for Ethereum it's going to drop significantly. Probably not as low as Solana right now, but to a point where it probably isn't a big issue. So my conclusions, well, I don't think there's going to be one chain to rule them all. Think about it. Is there just one computer operating system? Is there just one place to buy a mobile phone? Is there just one... Well, of anything, customers always have multiple choices with different offerings and trade-offs. Ultimately, no one knows which chain is going to be the biggest 5 years from now. It could be either, none, both. I don't think we need to get all tribal and just pick one. I will be investing in both. I hope both succeed. However, most of my money is in Ethereum. And I think with the build up now to Ethereum 2.0 and the fact that Solana just went down, I am more bullish on Ethereum. So there you are, guys. Hope you found this useful. Tell me what you guys think below, as this is a hot debate right now. For now, just to say, if you did enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like, and a big thank you to everyone who does. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, then click below and join us. Got some great videos coming up that you don't want to miss. Okay, cheers guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.